Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlanta Mentorship. And in this video, we're going to start off with the Bruce Lee quote. And Bruce Lee's been dead for over 50 years. Can you believe that? And there's a lot of good wisdom from people of the past, like Bruce Lee. I mean, I always talk about his other quote, where it's like, um, I don't fear the man who does 10,000 kicks one time. I fear the man who does one kick 10,000 times. That's Bruce Lee. And I love this other quote, and I think we can kind of take this into account when it comes to marketing ourselves and building a fan base. Now, let's read the quote. If I tell you I'm good, you would probably think I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying. And this is why, for a lot of you, I will never, ever, ever, especially when I'm talking one on one with you, tell you I'm good, right? I'll never tell you, almost never tell you I'm good. And if it is, it's like an unconscious slip that if I tell you I'm good. What I do is I let my content speak for itself, and the audience, aka the marketplace, aka the metrics, will tell me whether what I do is good or not, right? And this is kind of lost upon a lot of people, because the problem with a lot of people is they always feel like they got to boast and tell you, oh my goodness, I'm so great, or I'm the best chef, or my food is so great, oh blah 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 blah. You won't believe how awesome it is that I am what I do, and they're always stuck and frustrated. You ever notice that? Like people who do that, they're always like a little bit unhappy because they feel like, oh, I'm not recognized for what it is I do. You got to be a little bit subtle about it. Like, now here's the thing: there is a little bit of element that you do have to boast about yourself, but in my opinion, it always should be like a very, very indirect manner, kind of like how I'm doing right now, right? And one of the things that we have to understand is that it doesn't matter what I think about my material. It really doesn't. In fact, I could make 20 videos about how this is the worst channel on earth and velocity banking is a scam, and make the same type of content and people would still watch because they know the content is good. Now, how do I know if they know that the content is good? It's not based on your opinion or my opinion. It's based on the marketplace. It's based on the metrics. So if I go in here in analytics, right? Um, I made $460 in the last 28 days with only 2,500 subs, right? And I don't know if you knew this, but in order to get monetized on YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours in a year. A year, right? And I got 4,400 watch hours in the last 28 days. So I beat that by a factor of pretty much 12 of their requirement to get monetized. And that's why I'm making a lot of money for a little bit of effort. I mean, what did I spend to do this? Like, spend maybe $50 on a pair of headphones, right? And maybe like $100 something a year on a subscription to Canva, and OBS is free, and all I do is talk. Who doesn't want an extra $460 a year just by doing that? I mean, think about it, like a real estate investor spends $200,000, or they get a $200,000 loan, so they get $200 of cash flow a month. Now, I get that there are other benefits to the real estate, but what I'm saying is that this is a huge ROI for such little effort, right? Huge ROI for such little effort. And then once the audience temperature has gone up, then that's going to be, time to sell. Now I'm kind of redoing that, but what I'm saying is that I did not get here because in every single video I told you I'm the best. Oh, I'm the best velocity banker. Oh my goodness, my presentations are so good. You determined that, which is why you keep watching it. You see, you have to let the content speak for itself. So if I make 20 videos with the YouTube thumbnail saying this is quite awful, oh yeah, like I'm the worst, and I just make the same content, this number will still this number will still be the same because the content is good and you love it. In fact, you look at these comments and you see the same feedback over again. Asking for advice. So if people are asking for advice, they know that you have some content that's worthy of the marketplace. People agreeing with you, um, people disagreeing with you, because they say that the opposite of love is not hate; it's indifference, right? People saying I love your videos and you also help me to start doing X, Y, and Z, right? very informative, inspirational. Again, that's not me telling you. I didn't even know I was inspirational, right? And I got a recent email about like, man, I really want to talk to you one on one, and I haven't responded to that email. I don't know, but it's again, it's not me telling you how I'm great, right? Like there's a real subtlety that we have to engage in. I mean, think about this. I remember I used to work in a restaurant, and the restaurant owner or chef or whoever would ask me to ask the customer how's the food. Now, here's the thing, that's irrelevant because you know what they're going to tell me? Oh, it's great. And then when they leave, they might leave a bad Yelp review. But you know what's the most important thing? If they come back or not, right? That's the most important thing. Like, I can tell you this is the worst dish in the world, right? Or, you know, think about drugs. People say, oh, drugs are bad for you. And they take them and they still consume them, right? Because there's a certain, it doesn't matter what the other opinions, a person's opinion is, right? If there's a certain level of enjoyment that they have or a certain level of value, they're gonna keep doing it. Like I could tell you all, you know, don't. Well, what's something that kind of politically gray where I can tell you don't do something? Don't watch too much TV or something like that. But you're still gonna do it, even if I have a negative opinion of it, right? And here's the other ones about confessions, about me watching them over and over again. Again, other things too. Love your channel, but you know, there's always those guys that's like, hey, I really love this, but I don't agree with this in this long comment, really long, but I did read it. You know, people asking me advice, uh, all of these great presentation. Again, I didn't tell anybody that this is awesome. It's just you did that yourself, and that's why you come back. You see how? You see, this is why when I talk to you one on one, I'll never tell you I'm awesome. In fact, I'll kind of downplay myself, say, "Hey, I'm really not that great, but here's how I might help." Right? That's really what I'll do, and then I'll just leave it up to you. Now, do most people take my offer? No, they don't. I don't. You know, in order to get rich in this society, you only need about a couple people taking your offer. You don't need everybody, unless you're Walmart, where you're selling cheap products to everybody. Now here's other feedback that you could kind of look for. And this is why YouTube is so great because they have an insanely good analytics system, right? Um, but let me just take a look here where, let me see. There was a content, or there's a comment, you're the best at explaining the velocity banking concept. See, I never told people that. Yet if people feel that your content is incredibly good, they're just gonna blurt it out, right? They're just gonna blurt it out, and they're gonna come back. You know, it's like owning a restaurant. If your food, you know, even if I tell people, oh yeah, this is the worst restaurant food in the world, and the food is amazing, it doesn't matter what you think about yourself, right? That's what I'm. That's the point, right? Like we need to make whatever it is that we do make good content and let the content speak for itself, right? But a lot of people kind of don't see it that way, right? It's kind of like I have to tell you, wow, this is really, I'm really good at what it is that I do, and I know what's best for you. I never do that, or at least I don't think I do that, right? Makes sense. Now, kind of like a random side tangent. Um, in the past month or so, I've really been in love with a new genre of music, which is Afro beats or Afro pop, and it's the same thing. Like nobody told me, oh my goodness, like people shoving in my face Afrobeats or Afropop is so good. I just found a random YouTube video by accident, which is like, what is this? And I listened to this genre of music, new genre of music from Nigeria. I was like, whoa, this is really good. Like, where'd this come from? Oh, I'm reading on Wikipedia or on like news articles about how it's a genre that's been exploding since the early 2020s. No wonder I didn't know about it. But man, this is really good. Right? Like this is so good. Like where did this come from? Where have you been? And this I've been listening to so much. But have I been listening to it because they've been telling me, oh my goodness, it's the best? No, you just make good content and people will come back. Right? Again, let's go back to the Bruce Lee quote again. If I tell you I'm good, you probably think I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying. Right? So I don't have to tell anybody what the, in fact, I can just tell you this channel sucks. Don't ever watch it again. And Velocity Bank is a scam. Don't watch any of those videos. Don't do it because if you do, here's the thing: If you ever tell me that this is a scam and you keep watching my videos, you're just making me money. Like, why are you making me money if you think this channel sucks? Because you know the content is good and you don't want to admit it, right? That's why I have all these comments, or I've seen comments from time to time. Oh my goodness, I confess that I watch all your videos, right? Like, well, because it's that good. I don't have to tell you it's that good. You know, it's like me being a crack dealer. I don't have to tell you you're going to come back. No, I'm just kidding. I've never dealt drugs before, but yeah, but I have known people who've done that. But you get my point. Anyways, all right. Well, this is Korean Atlanta mentorship. So just we need a bit of to know how to do some humble marketing, like know how to promote yourself, but in a way that's so kind of indirect that people will want to like burst out at you that you're the best, right? Like tell you you're so awesome and come back over and over again, which is what I've been trying to do. And I don't know if I'm that good at it, but at least the metrics are telling that people are coming back and watching more and more. All right, well, that's it for today's video. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll speak next time.